Inside the ultimate Rolex 2025 Showdown. $100 versus $10 million watch. Shocking luxury revealed. Would you wear a $100 watch or a $10 million one? Rolex isn't just a watch, it's a statement. From the $6,400 Oyster Perpetual to the $52,800 Deep Sea in solid gold, 2025's lineup proves why Rolex dominates luxury. But what makes a $100 vintage piece different from a $10 million diamond-encrusted rarity? Buckle up, we're diving into the shocking tiers of Rolex prestige. Let's kick things off with the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41. Priced at $6,400, this watch is often called the starter Rolex, but don't let that fool you. With a 70-hour power reserve, a corrosion-resistant oyster steel case, and that mesmerizing sunray dial, it's anything but basic. Rolex fans adore its clean, dateless face and vibrant dial color options. This is where precision meets simplicity. And for first-time buyers or minimalists, it hits the sweet spot between affordability and legacy. It's rugged enough for everyday wear, stylish enough for any occasion, and iconic enough to say, "Yes, I'm officially a Rolex owner." It's no wonder this model sells out almost instantly in popular colors. The Oyster Perpetual proves you don't need diamonds to flex, just legendary Swiss craftsmanship. Just a step up from the OP41, we have the Datejust 36. Priced at $7,450, this piece brings elegance and nostalgia to your wrist. What sets it apart? The Jubilee bracelet. It's not just a strap, it's a signature. Soft, flexible, and flashy in just the right way, it wraps around your wrist like luxury itself. Then there's the blue sunray dial, created through PVD and electroplating techniques that give it depth and shimmer. Add in the luminescent markers, and this watch doesn't just tell time, it tells stories. It's the kind of piece that quietly lets people know you've leveled up. The Datejust balances modern Rolex durability with old-school charm, making it a top pick for collectors and anyone ready to upgrade their wrist game. Clean, classic, and effortlessly timeless. This is what a true Rolex glow-up looks like. The Rolex Submariner isn't just a dive watch, it's the dive watch. Starting at $9,100, you can choose the purist-friendly no-date model. But if you want the fan-favorite Hulk, get ready to shell out around $10,800. That vibrant green dial and bezel combo, total legend status. Now, if you're after something bolder, the two-tone steel and yellow gold Submariner takes it up a notch at $15,600. With a scratch-resistant ceramic bezel and chromalite lume that glows like a torch, it's both rugged and refined. The Submariner proves that serious dive tools can still turn heads at a black tie event. Meet the Rolex that's as comfortable in a cave as it is in a conference room. The Explorer 2, priced at $9,650, was built for spelunkers and polar trekkers. But these days, it's just as popular with everyday adventurers. With a 42mm case and a bright orange 24-hour hand, it's designed to help you distinguish day from night when you're underground, or just buried in meetings. On the flip side, the Explorer 36 brings a touch of elegance to the rugged game. With a blend of oyster steel and yellow gold, it's a throwback to Rolex's earliest climbing heritage, but with modern-day class. At $11,750, it's a dressy tool watch that doesn't look out of place with a tux. Whether you're scaling peaks or sipping espresso, the Explorer range proves that tough can also be tasteful. Designed for pilots, embraced by globetrotters, and coveted by collectors, the GMT Master 2 is a time zone hopping legend. The Batman, priced around $10,450, features a sleek, black and blue, ceramic bezel that's reached cult status. It's not just the color that makes it a favorite, it's the dual time function and that iconic Jubilee bracelet. But if you want to level up in style, check out the Everose Gold version. It mixes rose gold with black ceramic for a dramatic look and a dramatic price, around $14,600. That's over $4,000 more than the steel version, but you're paying for Rolex's proprietary gold alloy and next-level luxury. Chromalite lume, 3285 movement, and international swagger make the GMT Master 2 more than a travel companion. It's a flex with frequent flyer miles. At $19,200, the Sky Dweller might be one of Rolex's most misunderstood masterpieces. While most people chase Daytonas or subs, real watch nerds know the Sky Dweller is where Rolex gets seriously technical. It houses Rolex's most complicated movement to date, combining an annual calendar with dual-time functionality. That means it only needs to be adjusted once a year, in February, and it tracks 2 time zones at once. Genius, right? The 42mm case comes in a mix of oyster steel and yellow gold, giving it a subtle bling without going full rapper mode. And that fluted bezel? It's not just for looks, it rotates to set the different functions. The Sky Dweller is for the high IQ collector who values engineering just as much as elegance. It's not loud, it's not overhyped, but it's easily one of the smartest flexes in the Rolex lineup. Quiet luxury with brains to match. Sailing a super yacht anytime soon? No? It doesn't matter, because the Yachtmaster 2 is still one of the most visually striking watches Rolex has ever made. For $30,500, this 44mm beast, reference 116680, comes loaded with a regatta countdown timer, a function made for race start precision on the open seas. Will 99% of owners ever use that feature? Probably not. But who cares? This is a power move. The bold blue bezel, crisp white dial, and signature red countdown hand scream confidence. And with an Oysterflex bracelet that blends rubber comfort with steel durability, it's surprisingly wearable for daily flexing. If the Submariner is for divers, the Yachtmaster 2 is for captains. Or at least, people who dress like captains. Let's slow it down and get classy. Real classy. The Perpetual 1908 in platinum isn't your typical Rolex. It's art. Priced at $30,900, this is Rolex whispering, not shouting. The dial? A mesmerizing ice blue, adorned with a rice grain guilloche pattern that's reserved only for platinum models. That alone tells you everything. Rolex saves this level of finesse for its most elite offerings. The case is perfectly sized at 39mm, and inside beats the new caliber 7140, a hand wound movement with a small second subdial that feels straight out of a vintage dress era. There's no rotating bezel, no diving scale, and no second time zone. Just quiet precision, refined lines, and subtle power. The 1908 is Rolex tipping its hat to old world watchmaking, while proving it can still innovate within the dress watch game. This is for the collector who's seen it all and wants something no one else at the dinner table is wearing. It's the anti-hype beast watch, and that's exactly what makes it such a flex. The Rolex Daytona is a watch with more hype than a sneaker drop, and for good reason. This isn't just a chronograph, it's a cultural icon. The Everose Gold version takes that prestige to a whole new level. Priced at $32,400, it features Rolex's exclusive rose gold alloy that never fades, paired with a black Cerachrome tachymeter bezel and sporty Oysterflex strap. What makes Daytonas skyrocket? 2 words: demand and scarcity. They're famously hard to get at retail and wildly overpriced on the secondary market. Add chronograph functionality, racing heritage, and a connection to Paul Newman's legacy, and you've got a recipe for obsession. This is the gold standard for collectors who want performance, style, and exclusivity, all in one wrist-hugging package. When someone walks into the room wearing this, they're not just telling time, they're telling you they won the Rolex lottery. Most people don't dive 3,900 meters underwater. But if they did, why not do it wearing $52,800 in solid gold? The Rolex Deep Sea in 18-karat yellow gold is the luxury version of a submarine on your wrist. With a chunky 44mm case, blue gradient dial, and signature glide lock extension system, this beast is all about extremes. The ceramic bezel gives it that sleek, no-scratch look, while the sheer weight of the gold reminds you this isn't just a watch, it's wealth. Technically overbuilt, visually overpowering and unapologetic, the gold deep sea is for people who laugh in the face of understated. Whether you're diving into the ocean or a luxury lounge, this piece makes one thing clear. If you've got it, flaunt it underwater. So what separates a $100 Rolex from a $10 million one? Time, rarity, and legacy. For just $100, you might stumble on a vintage 1970s Rolex Oyster. Maybe beat up, maybe with a faded dial, but still ticking like a champ. That's the power of Rolex engineering, built to outlive us all. On the other end of the scale, we're talking auction room legends, Paul Newman Daytonas that sold for $17.8 million, or gem-set rainbow Daytonas bedazzled with sapphires and unicorn-like exclusivity. These aren't watches, they're museum pieces you wear. They carry history, celebrity, and craftsmanship that money alone almost can't buy. So whether it's a flea market find or a multi-million-dollar grail, each Rolex has its own story. The question is, which one are you writing? From tool watches to trillionaire trophies, Rolex's 2025 lineup spans worlds. Whether you're eyeing a $6,000 Oyster or dreaming of platinum, one truth remains. A Rolex isn't bought, it's earned. And for those with $10 million to spare? Well, that's not just a watch. It's history on your wrist. Like, share, and subscribe for more luxury deep dives.